You know, this alpha male thing, this alpha thing. Let's just go there. You know what I'm saying,
Let's go with the alpha shit.
This alpha thing is the most stupidest ish, right? It's the stupidest ish, dog, that we had to deal with as a society, man, especially with us.
Yeah.
Stupid,
us.
right? It's just dumb. What they associated that with is the one in control. They associate the one with all the power and all the dictatorship, right? And the one that's not to be messed with because of that status, right? So a woman stole it. The woman stole it because of the movement, right? If y'all follow me, because of that movement, that I am something too, right? Since y'all had to do this solo conquering in your own path, all of a sudden you want to label it alpha feminine or alpha female. So what it did is start distinction people like tax brackets. Like, you can't even think about or even deal with me because I'm alpha and you're beta and regular. You know what I'm saying? And beta was like everybody else for some reason. I mean, everybody else was beta. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't just like the grading scale when you got like 4 different letters to get to the valley. Right? It was just alpha and beta. Beta sucked, right?
Right. The beta male was just the male that he was the mama's boy. Right. He grew up in a single family home. He don't have no trainer from no man. He ain't got no mentor.
But the problem is people don't understand that concept of alpha, right? Well, people want to put that in the distinction of that is the best person. First off, you got the concept wrong, because in a testing scenario, alpha is the first primitive test. That means everything is wrong with alpha at first. Beta comes after that. Beta actually is the second phase that's better than the first. If you do beta testing, that means you got through a couple of errors. You got through a couple of the scripts that was wrong. You repositioned them. You did all that. Now you in beta form.
Come on, bro.
Usually when you do beta testing, you almost down to the fact that you were rolling out on final process. Usually when you're there. So they got that they got that all messed up. You know what I'm saying? Now, secondly, that's why the second one, alpha being the best, is not true.
There you go.
That's not women, right? Women overlook that. You know what I'm saying? The jack of all trades guy, the guy that's just all around. Now you want to do with all the money and all the physique and the tallest one, and you know what I'm saying? You want the good so bad, you pass over what's good for you. Come check us out live with all new shows Sunday nights at 5:30 on YouTube. It's the MALEROOM Show right here on the MALEROOM Network.
Hey, look, I'm too cool for the rules, baby, get off of me. Never need no push, I do it all for me. Keep a couple real hitters, got them on call for me. Money moving, got it in the market where it ought to be. Too true for the flex, baby, don't cap to me. Drop 50, bring 150 right back to me. Keep a couple real hitters, got them on call for me. Money moving, got it in the market where it ought to be. Look, Papa don't preach, teachers don't teach. Gon' reach, that's facts. I ain't worried about none of that. I'm making that cash day. Bunch of O's like NASCAR, but it's really more like NASDAQ. Why they thinking that they hot when they really more like quarter on me like a referee? Hating what they'll never be. Small top with a big bottom, yeah, shorty shaped like a letter D. Let her have it, then I let her be. If you love it, gotta let it grow. Crazy cause you really never know. When I'm hurting, never let it show. I'm a two-tone, two-phone, two-chain, new thing, lane whipper. You a broke, low class, no cash, certified lame. I've been getting to it like I ought to. Couldn't pick, so I bought two. Understand why your chick came, I'm just trying to figure why she brought you. I'm really repping and I'm flexed up, and I ain't gotta tell him I'm next up. Sleep on the they rest up, but I'm up and I'm getting my chest up. Me and the fellas be high as propellers, ain't could tell us we great. Looking at like, how do you figure unless you been talking about 8 figures? I'm too cool for the rules, baby, get off of me. Never need no push, I do it all for me. Keep a couple real hitters, got them on call for me. Money moving, got it in the market where it ought to be.
This is a deep question. First of all, I'm gonna say I think people's feelings they're always gonna find a way to justify. Like everybody has their own perception of what. I think everybody has their own perception of what is justifiable feeling is. Because if they explain it to you, they're gonna explain it in a way that they are justified. In terms of this question, I really think
That boy coming out the gate, dog. I'm at the gate. I got to put polo on.
I could fall in. Look at my last bit. Ain't got a tiptoe. I'm all in. Think on a level that can't fail. And I roll me a J with the hate mail. Been doing good on the merch sale. All this bread on me look like a bake sale. Tell a what's really good. I'll be really good on a jaw jack. Send an email about the bread. I'ma hit you back with the call back.
When you're
cool for the rules, baby, get off of me.
When you are at a
never need no push, I do it all for
and
me.
you're happy.
Keep a couple real hitters, got them all.
Happiness is not pleasure. I need us to understand this. Happiness is the complete satisfaction with yourself. You are satisfied with who you are.
You know what I'm saying? Like people put the material things in front. You know what I'm saying? To make that contractual.
Yep.
And then after that, you're permitted to have my feelings. You know what I'm saying? Now I'll be soft and kind and compassionate after you make $100,000 a year, and after you are 6'4", and after you are athletic.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Wait, Joe, you mean to tell me that in order for me to create some benevolence in my relationship, as far as kindness and politeness and submissive and willingness to just be kind to me, it's going to cost me a whopping $100,000 a year?
Whopping. A grand total, right?
A grand total.
Yeah.
What up? Welcome to the MALEROOM Show. It's my job to introduce the crew, as I always do, love to do, always got to do, need to do, want to do. First of all, we got Rollo. Let's go. In the building, let's go. Yo, I'm your boy Tay Biz, man. Let's roll. What up there, everybody? Welcome to the MALEROOM show. Yeah, man. Welcome to the MALEROOM show. Let's go.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing, man?
What is
man,
up,
it gets
brother?
live every time. It gets live every time, bro.
It gets liver and liver.
It gets liver and liver.
It gets liver and liver every single Sunday. Yo, this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day, man. First of all, shout out to all of our mail carriers, man, helping us out, man, and being there for us every step of the way. We definitely appreciate episode number 14. The reason why I'm going in this direction is because this is the episode before the last episode in the next couple of weeks. So the the season finale of season 4 is going to be June the 22nd. Next Sunday is Father's Day. Yeah.
Shout out to all them.
Definitely want to shout out the fathers. All right. So next Sunday is Father's Day, so we are not going to have episode 15, but the final episode is the week after, which is the 22nd of June, which is the final episode of this season. And then we're going to go into the off season, and we got some other stuff we're going to talk about on that episode. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to clean that up real quick before we get deep dive into it, man, because me personally, man, I'm glad. I almost forgot. I almost forgot. And I reached out. Yeah, I reached out to you folks. I'm like, wait a minute.
Ain't nobody here.
No, ain't nobody gonna be here, bro. So let's not do that. Let's not kid ourselves. So we definitely
I thought you didn't care.
Who me?
No? Oh. Yeah, I thought you didn't care. That's why I thought we was like, we just moving on. I wasn't gonna say that. I wasn't gonna be the only one that remembered.
No, I forgot that the 15th was Father's Day. I was thinking Father's Day was the week after.
Yeah.
For some reason, I had the weeks, the Sundays mixed up. So I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, let me get myself together, man. I'm tripping.
It's only right. We killed out on Mother's Day. It's only fair.
Oh, for sure, absolutely,
100%.
100%. Let's go out to the chat real quick. The Mind of All Minds saying, "What up, though? Happy Sunday, fam. Hit the like button on the way in. Enjoy the show." Another Mind of All Minds, Sean Tillman saying, "Hello, fam, is in the building." Hey, fellas, what's going on? Chill. How you doing? How you be? How you living when you live? Man. So let's go ahead and get into the show, man. First of all, I want to shout out my mom's birthday was June 5th. We celebrated with her today. Took her out, man. Everything was dope. Everything was nice. You know what I'm saying? We had some funny moments, though. Man.
I bet you did.
Man, we had some funny moments, dog. Man, first of all, our waitress, bad news.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Ooh.
Really?
Man, I had a moment, right? So I had to talk to the family real quick. I had a moment. I was like, yo, remember the times back in the day? And I was like, I had to be a man for a minute, so I had to tell everybody, excuse me. But I had to go into my man thing, right? I'm like, remember back in the day when you had in the restaurant industry, when you went out to eat, first of all, it was a privilege. You know what I'm saying? It was something that was extra. You know, this is outside of you cooking every day, and all this is a luxury, all right?
Yeah.
And you go to the restaurant and everything, right? And the waitress, she come by, she all sexy, nice, you know what I'm saying? She beautiful. She got her face together, you know what I'm saying? She introduced herself, say her name. Hi, my name is Emily. I will be your server for the evening. Okay. Would you like to try our new? No, we had some. First of all her braids wasn't braided.
Damn.
Yeah, and then I don't know. Okay, so how can I put this? Yeah, how can I put this? You know how? Okay, I have stigmatism. I have stigmatism in my eye, right, in my left eye, the strongest, right, and so you know when people have the eyes that go in different directions, like like what's that animal called? Is it the like this eye go this way, then this eye go that way, and you're trying to you're trying to bring like a lazy eye.
Lazy eye?
No, it's not lazy. It's a lazy boy recliner level of it's over here, and when it moves a little bit, but this eye stays straight. This one move, and then when this eye go that way, this one go this way. So it's one of these situations going on right here, right? And so, but you got glasses on. I'm trying to figure out what's that even for? You know what I'm saying? What's that even for? Like, Sean, I'm saying, Sean, seriously, come on now. If you got this, and you keep going to lens crafters.
I'm not about to do this right now. I'm not about to do this early.
I'm sorry. All right.
I'm not about to do this early. I'm not doing this early.
I'm not doing a funny after that. I'm not doing a funny after that.
Come on, I got a good one. I'm sorry.
I'm not doing this early.
I'm not doing a funny after that, bro.
My fault. Come on back, Rollo. I got it. Man. Come on.
You try to explain.
You said no, but Sunday I'm not fooling. Listen, our waitress. I mean, back in the day, we had some nice looking waitresses, man. I don't know what happened. In the last 20 years, the waitresses done went. And again, when you got this situation here, you got this going on, and then you wearing glasses too. I'm just trying to figure. Anyway, let's go. Let's start off the show.
Shout out to the attractive waitresses.
Shout out to the waitresses.
Shout out to the attractive waitresses.
Shout out to you. Shout out to the ones
still doing your thing and earning your keep. Shout out to them.
Shout out to y'all. It's
this guy here.
It's time for the fun. Let's get the fun. All right.
It's about to be one of them ones.
So this is a little bit of a setup to what I'm about to go to because we went to Famous Days, right? And so, I found a video where this guy has a very deep, rich connection with his food to the point where he get emotionally connected, spiritually connected, and it is hilarious. Like again, we seen him, but he's been on the show before, but this time he just took it to another level. Let's go ahead and check out this funny, y'all.
Got the jalapeno hallelujah sausage. Some pop. It's them pop. How?
I had to travel the road with no money in my pocket. This group right here, we've been hungry.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, the first one we had was the chicken wings. Right?
Ignorant, man.
That was the first
Tender, man.
Tender. Oh, hold on. First of all, Tracy Talks. What up, Joe? From the TV, she said tender. Oh my God. Shout out to you. She said, hey, y'all, look at this shiny over here tripping. Right? Everybody tripping. He said, oh.
The tears, man.
Oh, he was crying. Them dogs.
Crazy work, man.
He was crying
green.
Because the first one we had was chicken wings. He was happy his daughter did ask for no chicken wings.
Oh my God. This dude here,
that's
man.
hilarious.
Spiritual awakening.
He bit that rib and he gazed off. He bit that rib and gazed off to the left like that.
Oh man, hilarious. That's hilarious, bro.
Rollo, man, it is on you, my brother. Go ahead.
All right. Let's get into it. I'm not about to mess with you. Tay is already on.
Not today, man. He on something else today.
I don't know what's going on. It's mama birthday. So I ain't mad at it.
We turned, bro.
I know what it is, man. Thank y'all so much again. Everybody that's joining the live show, everybody that's in the chat. Thank y'all so much for tapping into the MALEROOM show. Season 4, episode 14, man. Like my brother Tay said, man, we are winding down the season. And I'm just gonna kind of add on to what he said, man. I personally just want to thank y'all for just rocking with us again for another season, and be on the lookout when we in the off season. You know what I mean? So, and as always, it's a pleasure to be here with my brethren and our loyal male carriers. With that being said, fellas, as we another round table that has become the MALEROOM show, season 4. Let us never ever forget the foundation that is our Trinity. Salute, my brother.
Salutations.
Hey, you know what we never do? We never ask each other what we drinking. Let's just do that real quick. What you got today, Busy?
I have a Buffalo Trace mule with a Seagram's ginger ale, squish of lemon, and some ice. Yeah,
very nice. Boozy, what you got today, bro?
You had it. Oh, that's just a shot of Henny and Crayon. Mixing with some crisp of the apple. Sexy.
Your boy over here sipping that nice brandy with a splash of Coke and a little bit of lime. You know what
I mean? You got some citrus in you.
You know what? Citrus
in it.
You know what?
Okay.
He's pontificating.
Citrus. Yeah.
He is pontificating.
Wait. Yes, Streets Talks. Welcome. Yes, we do. We turn up a tad bit on a Sunday. All right, man, we got to get Sophie
right back.
He said, "Oh, fill me up." She was right on it.
I will be right back.
Till I overflow. Sipping in chocolate.
What is going on?
If you know, you know. If you know, you know. All right.
If you know, you know. What is happening right now, dog?
We having a good time. That's what we're doing, man.
Hey, man. Happy to be alive. Happy to be together. Happy to do this again. Let's do it.
Hey, we got a great show. We got a great show as always, man. We're going to get into it. Busy, man. We got a situation, my boy. Let's get into it.
Let's go.
Woo-wee. We got a situation for y'all today.
Yes.
Have a situation for y'all today. A married woman asked her ex for $3,800 so her and her new man could pay their rent, man. We got a video. Y'all check this out.
You can't have it both ways. Either you need to be happy that I created a solution for a problem that we had and just chill, or like, I don't know, like
sit down.
Yeah, I was trying not to be rude about it.
Be happy I got the money and sit down.
Expand on it. Like she's saying, like
she is trying to say, I figured out how to save our ass.
You couldn't figure it out.
I don't need you to give me no.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
The crazy thing is, and that's the crazy, especially like
I am.
Like,
I'm working.
Why would you put me in a situation like that? Why do you have me in a situation where where shelter over my head is uncertain? No. That is the no.
the
No.
point, because
That
how
is the
much-
point.
How much months has the rent have not been
Thank
paid
you.
to get an eviction notice? That is the point.
That is the point.
Yo, you think that everybody like I don't know. See,
And I
this
fix
goes back to
shit.
the-
I
this where-
fix shit.
This is
I
where,
fixed it.
This is what happens when I talk about fairy tales. And this is what women think. Everything is peaches and cream. It's not. And at some point in time, I'm not saying everything has to fall down and crumble, but in sticky situations, in tough moments, honestly, that defines your relationship as a dude. And I'm a man, right? We already get the weight of the world on our backs. The first thing that I heard was, why are you putting me in a position where shelter is potentially being taken away from me?
You took your ego out of it to say, well, you know, she did what she had to do for us. It's still for you guys.
No, the thing
And
that
then all you get is a complaint. Nigga, how about a thank you?
I'm talking about.
How about a goddamn thank you? That's what. If I gotta go and tuck my tail and go to a ex.
How about you go thank him too?
Yeah.
How about that?
Like, how about you know what? I don't like the way you went about it. Perhaps you should have said something beforehand. But thank.
Wow. I mean, several thoughts go through my head about this situation, man. You know, you feel the frustration. You feel the like the what the hell is going on, where we at this point where you got to go do that, and then it's like it really is a question of like, how did we get here? You know what I mean? If it's two people living in a household, personally, like how are y'all working together to make sure the house is maintained? How did it get 38? How do you owe $3,800? You know what I'm saying? Unless that's your normal rent. Where do you live? But like you said, you got to be a couple months behind, 2 or 3 months behind. You know with the way rent is now to owe $3,800 so you don't get evicted. So what was the situation to where y'all got to that point? But just dealing with this actual scenario, it's like, as a man, your pride got to be hit. That's just off rip. Your pride got to be hit, and you got to be contemplating what are you doing to get yourself into the situation. Everything, you know, we don't know the backstory. Things happen in life. Lost a job. You never know things like that. You know what I'm saying? You unfortunate things happen. You get injured, can't work, whatever the case is, and depending on the type of job you have, do you get paid? Do you get workers' comp? Do you get any of that? So there's several scenarios that can put people in unfortunate situations, and that's life. But both of y'all working together, and both of y'all, and both. This is a problem that both of you all have created. Now the woman is in this situation. The woman seems to be like, you know, the savior. But what part did the woman play in y'all getting behind to where you got to pay $3,800? So it's just a lot of things that you can pull from to figure out why this situation has come about. It's a really, just for me, it would be a really uncomfortable situation with all the thoughts that would be going through my head on how did we get here together? Because this is us. How did we get here together? And what's the situation where you feel comfortable enough to go and ask your ex for that amount of money? And then what is your relationship still with your ex? So it's so many things, bro, that can go through your head with this scenario, man. What y'all think?
Can I ask a question real quick to y'all for a second? Would you be in a predicament? I'm not talking about in the control of money, but I'm talking about in communication wise. In this atmosphere where you're behind like that and you have to discuss that late in the game that way? Because it sounded like it was late in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it sounded like, unless this was just going on and it was known and then it was just accumulating. But I don't think that's common sense in adulthood for that to accumulate that far before the situation happened. So it sounds like it was just an instant thought. Like, it was wherever this came from, this came out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was happening, but nobody knew it. You know what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like. So my question to you fellas, like, would y'all be in a situation that you will hold this information until this?
Hold
just
what information?
Holding your pride? Like, cause to me, it sounds like that this information about the 3,800 being behind like this was like a thing that was like, oh, it's announced and now I'm gonna fix it. It wasn't just like, oh, now we're down 800. Now we're down 12. Now we're down 24. I don't think it happened like that. I think it just came out of nowhere. Like, hey, you know, the rent's been like this, or she found out or something. But I don't see, because my thing, I don't see a guy with the chick living with her being in a scenario not to tell her about what's going on in the house. You know what I'm saying? But for it to get there, I'm just making a scenario point in my head. I was just asking you about if it was
they
that
married.
way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they married. They married.
Right, married. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no way. That's my point. Thank you, Tay. You see what I mean, right? Yeah. I just don't believe that. Like, how did you get this far?
How do we not know that we $3,800 behind?
Yeah, like
that's what I'm saying.
No, I don't even understand that part. And see, that's again, I don't want to weaponize that either. So I'm not weaponizing that either, because we don't have the context. We don't. Anything could happen, but the result,
right.
But the result, it lets me. The result is way deeper than the $3,800 to me.
It is.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. It's way deeper than the $3,800 to me. Okay.
Yeah.
The result of what happened, bruh. Okay, let me ask you guys, the fellas. Let me ask you guys a question, the fellas. And the chat. If fellas in the chat. Can you create a scenario or an example in your mind where your wife is comfortable with going to her ex for anything? Sugar, flour, eggs, bread, a ride to work. I don't care what it is.
Nope.
The fact that the scenario is $3,800 is minuscule compared to the action that took place.
Right.
Yeah, so it's the action, bro. Yeah.
The action that took place is way more diabolical than the situation can be. You borrowed $3,800 from your ex, then you weaponize the situation. The panel, I'm talking about the panel of those women, weaponize the situation. And one of those women that was talking is married. She's a married woman. The one with the blonde hair and the glasses from 8 at the table, she's married. Said N-word, how about a thank you? What do you even mean by that?
That was the knife that turned into
diabolical.
So let's flip it. Let the husband still have connection with his ex
and see what happens.
And in the same scenario, or make a different scenario. It doesn't matter. The fact that he's still even talking to her is going to be a problem. We talked about double standards last week. Here it comes. They want to thank you, and they want to weaponize the situation itself instead of looking at the deeper issue, which is, what are you committed to? I just want to know. Can I just read something real quick?
We don't get in these situations. We don't do this.
Let me read something real quick. It says, I, such and such, take you, such and such, to be my wife or husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, forsaking all others, till death do us part, according to God's holy law. In the presence of God, I make this vow. That's your vows right there. See, people want to make their own vows because they can put their own standard on it. But when the standard is above yours, then you have to live up to that, what you committed to. Forsaking all others. What does that mean? That means that my priority is my spouse. And I am not going to put anything above that when it comes to my marriage. It is a covenant relationship. It's deeper than just being on dates. It's deeper than just having a boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other. It's deeper than that. And we need to come to realizations and grip with the fact that it is. We need to stop comparing marriage to people living with each other, or people just going out, or people visiting each other and then having long-term relationships. It's way deeper than that. It's way deeper than that. And so when you approach it the right way, then you won't do things like this. The fact that you still got communication with your ex for any reason unless you have a child together and you have placed significant boundaries on that type of communication where it is governed around the child only, there is no reason for you to talk to an ex if you're married.
Mm-hmm.
If you're married, for what? You're an ex. You're not friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
You done smashed. You done had dates. You done did some nastiness with each other. You got images in your head of that person when you see them. It's in your head. You can't get it out. It ain't like you're gonna forget all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
And what you gonna stop having those? Remember those times? Conversation with somebody, man. I remember the time. Even if you're amongst the fellas, man. I remember the time I had this chick, man, way back in '74, and man, she did some things to me, brother. Ooh, I never thought. Man, I missed the movies that night. I couldn't even get home to my wife or nothing, man. She had me sprung, brother. Ooh, man, that's back in my old days. That's back in my old days. You know what I'm saying? You can pick, those memories are stored in your head, man. They are laying sub somewhere. They're subjugated to something. Those are stored up memories. You don't just forget certain things. And you talking about an ex, and if this is an ex that you had a relationship with, you mean to tell me you are comfortable enough to say, hey, let me borrow $3,800? Well, let me ask you a question. What did you have to do to get $3,800 from your ex?
What have you been doing?
It's free. Nothing is free.
About that.
You know
Nothing is free. So what was the reciprocal value of the $3,800 that he gave you?
You hear that, Mr.
Now
Anderson?
now watch this. This is how you become a scapegoat, fellas. This is how you become a part of the problem. If you start having concerns like that, then you are insecure. Then you are not the man you say you are. You're not the alpha dog. You're not the dog.
Right. That's how it gets turned on you.
You ain't alpha. You know what I'm saying? You a beta.
Yeah.
Beta. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you a beta. So now all of a sudden, because you have concerns about your wife getting $3,800 from an ex, and she don't even tell you the reciprocal value of what she gave for that $3,800, now you're insecure. You see what I'm saying? Like, what did you render to the man to get $3,800? He knows you have a husband. He probably said, hey, don't you got a husband? What about you and your husband? Yeah. And now all of a sudden, and now on the, see, this is the thing. The women on the panel, they are showing how they don't want to be wives, man. One of them is married. You don't want to be a wife. You don't want to be a helpmeet. You don't want to be a helpmeet. You don't want to be a wife. The other one who's not married, she don't want to be a wife, dog. She wants to be the closest thing to being taken care of, to support a lifestyle that it will cause you to have. She will look at you not as a husband, but as someone that takes care of her, like almost like a father figure. Only until you start doing fatherly things, like trying to tell her how you want certain things to be done, then it's going to be a rebellious situation. See, this is the reason why at the time we talked about that other situation about my man and going through all those lengths to figure out if the woman was down for him or not. Dude, you can find all kind of little nuggets of disrespect in your relationship if you pay attention closely. It start off small.
Right.
It start off small. Don't despise the small things. Don't despise that. That's not, those small foxes destroy the vine. It ain't the big bad wolf that you got to worry about. You need to be concerned about how you building your house. Is it built on straw, brick? That's what you need to be concerned about. The big bad wolf can't blow your house down if it's solid.
Nope.
But if you're not solid, the big bad wolf can blow you away easily. Take your house, blow your house away easy because your foundation ain't good. If you got a good foundation as a man, you can detect things. Comprehensive men have men of foundation. You can sense things. You can see it, and you won't make an excuse for what you see. You will see it for what it is. You're not gonna make an excuse for it. See, once you start making an excuse for small amounts and small ounces of disrespect here and there, then you teaching the person how to love you. You telling them what they can do to you that can make you become a subject to them, instead of them having the respect for you and saying, "Hey, I can't cross my husband like that. I know we going through, but I ain't gonna do that to him because I respect him. I said I do to him. I committed to him." It's vice versa if you want to make it vice versa. It's the same thing. But we got to stop looking at marriage as just another type of relationship. Like, no, man, it's way deeper.
It seems the respect and just relationships today in general is just completely diminished, bro. Whether it be marriage or just long-term relationships, man. It just, and we've addressed it a couple of times, and us three have had private conversations about just the status of relationships nowadays. And there's been a lot about, why in this men versus women war that's been plaguing the internet nowadays, which I try not to dive into. But this is what's causing it. The lack of respect. The lack of respect we're beginning to have for each other. You know what I mean? And we gotta get back to it, man. We gotta get back to respecting each other in these relationships. Know who you with.
Mm-hmm.
Know who you with. Like Tay just said, the foundation wasn't strong because how did you get $3,800 behind? There's no communication. No communication. That's correlated with the foundation. Foundation correlated with the communication. There's nothing there in this instance. You know what I mean? And then, like Tay said, to weaponize it is crazy. It's crazy. To use it against the man about how he feel about it, that's a problem. It's crazy.
Right.
My man. So that's what she said. My husband is broke.
That's what she said. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, thank you, Tracy Talks, for that, because I'm telling you, this is what I'm talking about. The fact of the matter is, this scenario just happened to be the scenario of finances. Replace it with anything else. If it results any spouse talking to their ex about anything related to your marriage, you out of pocket. Replace the scenario with anything else. You got bit at the zoo. I don't care. Whatever scenario you want to make up. If you are contacting your ex to tell them details of your marriage that is only between you two, you are out of pocket.
Should be. Extremely out of pocket. Extremely out of pocket.
Man, I wanna give the appreciation of how Tay is bringing out the fact that the marriage, just being married and marriage in totality is a very covetous thing, and he has definitely had experience in it, and he understands it and believes in it too. So he's stressing that idea to people to understand that, and I have to admonish that because me, what I'm saying, being his best friend, we're best friends. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that foot in the pool to explain about marriage like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I haven't been there. You know what I'm saying? All I can do is talk about what I've learned from having married parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I got. So I speak from that instance, just being honest about that. So, you know what I mean? Like, just to take it from there, what I did understand, though, if I can pull a straw out of this spaghetti box, I will pull one of them, which is, if you value your tangible things and lifestyle over your intangible, was supposedly intangible relationship of your spouse, then you should not be married.
Yeah, exactly.
Period. Like that. This is what I understand. Because you can have that value of a relationship that we understand it to be, and what you've seen people in long distance, not long distance, in long-term relationship marriages that we know for 40, 50, 60 years, like our grandparents, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. We understand that happens more or less not even due to what they possess. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It didn't matter what they had, what they possessed, what they tried to value in this world, what they try to inherit or invest. Like that relationship was strictly based on the love and respect and the union they respected toward each other for life. And he just read a vow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it was. You know what I'm saying? Sickness, health, poor, wealthy, death do us part type thing, right? It's deeper than rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people try to minuscule it down to relation. And I said this a long time before, dog. They're trying to make this boyfriend-girlfriend thing overrated. And marriage is underrated. Now marriages are underrated underneath boyfriend and girlfriend relationships. Y'all treat them as that. And have less respect for them, less than you have in a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship. Like, you're just up and out of those. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we drive through the court if you ain't happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's diabolical the way people treat it. Now, I'm backing what you said, Rob. It's diabolical to what they said. Like, it's just... It's just bad. You know what I'm saying? And if we don't understand the concept of marriage in itself, you know what I'm saying? It ain't. Don't even try to tack your religious belief onto it. Just for the tack. You know what I'm saying? Just for the respect of what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the lifelong commitment to someone else. Like, regardless of anything else. That's basically what they're saying, right? If you can't approach that with the respect that it should, then you should not be dwelling in that pool. That's just me. If you have anything that hinders you from trying to be submissive to that idea of marriage, you should not be married.
Yeah.
That's just what you should not be. Like, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Some people are single because they can't deal with the woes of a relationship. That is nuances from what you should be dealing with in a marriage. People can barely be together just for verbal agreement. You mean to tell me you want to be a wife? You know what I'm saying? That's just wild to me. So that's just I want to give Tay his flowers for that. And I just want to expose the fact of where I'm coming from with that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
We definitely appreciate Tay when we have these type of discussions involving marriage and anything involving marriage and things of that nature. Like, we definitely appreciate Tay's insight because it's giving you just a different
from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, from the horse's mouth and a better viewpoint of what it should be to help both people involved and how it should look so both people can continue to evolve in the relationship and the relationship gets stronger. And then we appreciate you too, Jay, because your parents were married for a very long time, man. So you also have a vision of it. You know what I mean? So we definitely appreciate y'all when we talk about this type of stuff because it's a better view from two people who have seen it, been through it, and have an understanding of what it should look like. So, man, shout out to my brother.
So let me one more second. Give me one more thing. Go
ahead.
Let me go back up to the surface. Then we talked a little deep. Let me go back up and on some bull.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna come up with a new thing. Y'all know the facts, right? You know I be saying facts. I cut off and be like facts. I'm gonna start saying, let me do some ish like that. Right? Like this is for all men. You know what I'm saying? Women be talking a lot of crap. Let me do some ish like that. Let me go to my ex-girlfriend and ask her for damn near 4 stacks to pay rent that we live in. Let me do some ish like that.
Let me back you up on that, Jay. Hold on. Let me back you up on this, Jay. Let me back up on this, Jay. Let you go to your ex and talk about your wife's bad performance sexually to the ex.
Damn.
To the ex.
The 3,800 is the same type of insecurity and same type of thing that needs to be in the marriage, just like your bedroom. It's all intimate. That's intimate information.
In-house. Yes.
It's in-house information. Go to your ex girl, man, and be like, I'm happy with my wife, man, but she just don't
lay game.
She don't. I mean, she a little lazy.
You was cool, but
yeah, you know what I mean.
You was straight, but you was good. Don't trust me.
But like, try to say that. Try to say that to your. Try to say that, and your wife. You think your wife gonna be cool with that? No. You think she'll be good? You think she's gonna say, "Hey, you know what? I want to thank you and appreciate you for getting me up to a certain standard." You know what I'm saying? Because I was down on my luck when it was coming to that. Stop it.
Let me say some shit. Let me say some shit like that. Let me say some shit. Let me say some shit like this. Let me say, right? Let me say, after the fact we get, after the fact I get the money and pay the rent, let me say, you should thank my ex-girlfriend for doing it. Let me say some ish like that.
Ooh.
See, I don't know. See, a lot of y'all women be talking, but y'all can't dish out what y'all explaining. Let me say some stuff like that. Yeah, we got the roof over our head, but when we talking about being delinquent, let's talk about it then.
Let's talk about
Let me do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me run somebody through the path that you explained you possessing with. Let me do that, bro.
You should
You know
thank
what I mean?
Stacy. Stacy had our back, yo.
Yeah.
She had our back. Stacy came through in the clutch. I tried to depend on you, but you wasn't there.
You wasn't there. So you low.
Whoa, the smoke. All right. Shout out to the situation, man. Shout out to the situation. Yeah, all right, we're gonna tap into another segment, man. Hey, again, chat, y'all going up. Thank you. We love the energy. Keep it moving. And shout out to everybody watching the live right now. Thank you so much again, man. To all our mail carriers, if you don't see this now, you'll see it later. I know what it is, man. Busy. Let's get in the mailroom reacts, my guy.
Let's go.
Yeah. This is Mailroom Reacts, man. This is my favorite segment. I think I could speak for the brothers, man. We love this segment. For those who are new or those who have been here, we like to reiterate what it is. This is the segment of the show where we react to viral videos and we give a perspective from a mailroom point of view. Busy, what we got today?
We got Do You Want You? Personal development is for you and not just for a relationship. Let's check it out.
Yeah.
Enough when I was showing strong, and now when I'm trying to show off as soft, authentic, I'm not enough either. So sometimes I question myself.
You're not becoming soft to get a prize. So I'm not changing how I show up in the world because I think there's a relationship attached. A relationship is a byproduct that may or may not happen.
Yeah.
So am I still committed to becoming this person if a relationship is not given? So how much of our self-development is motivated because we think a relationship comes with it? I lost weight, didn't get the man. Got my teeth whitened, didn't get the man. I got the surgery and didn't get the man. I became soft and didn't get the man. The theme, no matter what you do or what you change, you ain't gonna get that man if they don't want to be God.
That part.
So I changed for me. It's in alignment with who I wanted to be. I wanted to stop fighting, so I stopped fighting. I wanted joy, so I became joyful. I wanted peace, so I stopped picking arguments. So I became what I wanted for me. That means I'm happy whether the man showed up or not. Because I became someone I loved even when the man wasn't present.
That's good.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Let the church say yes.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. No,
I love it. That was not only so eloquently said, not only so factual, but just extremely on point with the intent. You know what I mean? The intent of that message was unbelievable because nobody is going to be able to fill you up if you can't fill yourself up. Nobody is going to be able to fill you up if you cannot fill yourself up. You know what I mean? And I've definitely been in the mindset that she was talking about. I've definitely been in the mindset that she was talking about in my younger years, where you do everything you can to be accepted by a person, to be accepted by a group, to be accepted by your friends, to be accepted by your family. And not only is that draining, you know what I mean, but it's not always, the result is not always there. So you put all this energy into becoming something that's not going to yield the result that you're looking for, and for what? Now it's back to the drawing board to figure out who you are before you transitioned yourself in mind and actions and everything like that to be a part of something. that didn't even come to fruition. Now you got to do more work. So that's more energy putting into what? Instead of focusing on feeling yourself. I've been in that headspace before. I've tried to fit into places that may not have been for me to get some type of satisfaction from something, someone. And I like this side better, where I've become, because it's definitely a growth thing. It's definitely a maturity thing, which we talk about in different aspects on this show. But it's a very relevant thing to talk about, because you're never too old to continue to grow. You're never too old to continue to develop yourself and be one with yourself. And everybody think that it's you're always going to be comfortable. No, but that's when the work comes in that you've already put in to remember who you are and how far you've come to get to a certain place. You know what I mean? You're not gonna, if a person's make you work out, if the person's make you work harder than you would, if the person's make you work harder for them than you would for yourself, they're not for you. And I've had a lot of situations where I've struggled with that, and I still struggle with that. I still struggle with that in certain aspects. And my brothers talk to me all the time, like, Rob, bro, my brothers talk to me all the time about knowing me and understanding my worth. And because I still have slip ups here and there, even at this stage of my life. But I know I'm definitely not where I used to be. So I love that video, man. That video was on point.
And like, yeah, shout out to you, Rob, man. Like, knowing you, you know what I'm saying? Like, you came a long way. We all have.
Appreciate it,
as
bro.
friends. Just as a side note, man, we actually grew up doing this show, dog. So it's like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Big ups to all of us and anybody else that actually betters themselves for themselves. Real talk. You know what I mean? And that's what this is about. Personal development of yourself.
Yep.
It's the esteem of yourself. That's what they said, right? It's personal development of you, man. Like, see, the problem is, to me, you can't be authenticated if you're not authentic. That's the problem. You can't be authenticated. You can't pass the test with authenticity unless you're being authentic. Like, it gotta be you. Like, you have to be you. Like, you want people to accept you for you, but are you showing yourself the way you're supposed to? You know what I'm saying? Like, people want to put these images out of who they want accepted. And you want people to accept that. But later on in a relationship, when you start feeling real feelings and you start letting your hair down and they start seeing your real skin and all of that type of stuff, that's authentic. That's authenticity right there. You want to be authenticated with that, show that first. Don't show who you want to be. Show who you are and what you're trying to be. That's way more authentic. So if you're going through this development stage, see, I done dealt with a lot of women, bro. I'm just gonna be honest, man. Let's just keep it a beat. I done dealt with a lot of women, dog. Most of these women out here, man, like in this modern day age, and y'all who y'all are, and if you ain't feel like you in this, fine. If you whatever. I'm stepping on pews and shoes. I get it. But the most, like, I've seen a lot of women, right, go through this personal development just to rehash self-marketing. It's not for you. It's for what you trying to be to somebody else. So you trying to better your relationship.
Yeah.
With working out at the gym. When you trying to better your relationship by keto, you trying to better your relationship by, you know what I'm saying, by keeping all these errors out of your life, like when people challenge you for who you are and go through a debate mode as if what you think is reality or not, you disperse people like that because you want to be accepted for what you think you are. See, a lot of these, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of, and men have done it too. I ain't trying to make this a biased thing, but men do it too. But I'm just saying, I this personal development thing, I see a lot in more women than men. You know what I'm saying? If I scroll my social media, it's more women working out than men. For me, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. And so it's like, you know, with all this, you know, and don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking better in yourself, but really find out what you're doing that for. Like, really, you know what I'm saying? Really find out why you trying to get snatched. You know, that's when you.
Yeah.
Right? Find out really why you trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because really you don't love yourself. You just trying to get people to love the image of what you're trying to portray. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And you're going there with it. You know what I mean? That is not personal. That's what she's debunking in the video. That's not what this is. Personal development is being okay where you are and being okay with that. And then let that have a ripple effect around you that everybody else will be okay with who you are. And if somebody's not okay with that, let them be in the by and by. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not looking at social media and seeing they getting more opportunity if they got bikinis in size whatever, and then you try to fit that size, and now you that chick, or you that dude that you trying to be so masculine and lift 400 on dead weight that you trying to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? But just not happy with just you.
With those little,
you know what I mean? You gotta post your workout with a narration behind it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do all this. Yeah. Like it's outward show. That's all it is. If you was okay, then we wouldn't see half of this.
Yeah.
If you didn't need the validation, we wouldn't see half of it.
I love that part about the gym videos, Jay. That's an awesome analogy, bro. I be wondering like why.
But it's imagery, bro. That's all it is. It's imagery and idolatry. That's all it is. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're just loving your idol of you. You're not loving you. You was a little bit overweight. You was a little bit tired. You a little bit emotional. You cry at sad movies. But yet you get in front of a dude or a chick, you the strongest person ever in life. I don't deal with this and that and the other. But you crying at the crib Tuesday night watching the movie. Like, that's you. Be watching you. When you wake up, like, you know, people hated Kevin Samuels, right? But I love when he said this. Wake up, fresh face out the shower, rate it. Because that's you. That's you. Minus the makeup and all that stuff. Fresh face out the shower, that's you.
Yeah.
And if you don't like you, then you don't like you. So like you. Damn. That's all. You know what I mean? I don't know how y'all feel. I'm going to let it pass. Go ahead, man.
Hey, Jay, it's supposed to be simple, but what?
But it ain't. Man. How you feeling, man? Does that make sense, bro?
It makes total sense to me. I just want to go into something real quick. First of all, how's everybody doing in chat? It's getting quiet. I just want to make sure everyone's fine.
Are y'all still here?
Maybe it's me. I'm sorry. I talk too much. I'm sorry.
We still respect you. All right. We just dissect. We just unpack it.
The glitch. They probably commented, but everything is pro.
They called the glitch. Sorry.
Right. So I want to get into the actual part of what the young lady said about I didn't feel like I was enough when I was strong, and then I feel like I didn't feel like I was enough. Now I'm trying to do this soft thing, and I still don't feel like I'm enough. So a lot of times we try to surface level the corrections when they're deeper than the surface. First of all, you keep saying you're not enough in any stage of what you're talking about. So that's an underlining factor of something that cannot be fixed by works alone. You can't fix that, with just doing some aesthetics in hopes that it will fix or resolve the deeper issue, which is I'm not enough. I don't feel like I'm enough. So where did that come from? Now we got a Hansel and Gretel, this whole thing. Where did that come from? What's the source of that? And so, first of all, I love Brittany Noel, man. She is super dope. Her and Raquel, like I rock with them two for sure, 100%.
Is that the one in the video? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Brittany Noel is the one in the video.
Okay,
the one that
okay.
was speaking.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that's cool. And do you want you was the question on that video. Do you want you? So for instance, let's give yourself an out of body experience real quick. Look at yourself from an objective point of view and really look at everything about yourself, the good and the bad, because we have both, all of us. And if you look at yourself from an out of body experience, if you look at yourself from the lens of how others experience you consistently, would you want to be around someone like you? Would you want to be in a relationship with someone like you? You know your tendencies, you know your aggravations, you know your frustrations, and you know what they're based upon. Would you want to service that to someone else? Or would you have a feeling of responsibility knowing that I need to be a little bit more solid, whole as a person before I start servicing others in relationship, business, friendships, etc.? The responsibility is yours. You not feeling enough and then wanting someone else to see your enough based upon what you're doing is a recipe for self-destruction, because you're going to be working so much to fix you that you will never get a chance to tap into the very things that make you who you are, that make you special. We all have a level of special in us, and we can't never tap into it because we're trying to use things outside to make it look like we are good inside. This is not an outside in process. This is an inside out process. And so when she said you think you're doing these things because your motivation is wrong, you're doing this stuff because your why is incorrect. It's misplaced somewhere. Because if you are doing things specifically for yourself, then why are you using it like a showcase at The Price is Right every chance you get when you do go to the gym? Or when you are just going grocery shopping? I mean, people just do random things. Like in the club, or just a selfie video, not saying anything. We can't hear you anyway if you did say something because the music loud as hell. And you're only doing it because you feel pretty right now. But when you at the crib watching movies by yourself, eating popcorn, and you in a bonnet, you ain't doing all that selfie stuff because you don't feel pretty at that moment. So you have what we do is we have selective trauma. We choose what traumas we want to use in order to justify our triggers. And when you do that, all you're doing is you are cutting the process at the knees of how you should really develop yourself as a person. You know what I'm saying? So she said something very key. You could be doing all this stuff for yourself and no relationship could be attached to it. None. No relationship could be attached to it. Again, we talked about this on the show where dating has declined over 50% now since 2024. It's well over 50%. I believe when I looked at the study recently, it was like 53% rate down of like dating. Like from before 2024 on up, just in a year and some change, the dating has declined over 50%. So men are not looking for women like they used to.
Wow.
They're not looking for women like they used to. Either that or they're not looking for women the way they used to. Saying what's up, coming up, tuning them, saying what's up, blah blah blah, let me get your number and all that. It's not as common as it used to be. We still got some men out there shooting their shot and they're doing their thing. And they're doing that based upon the fact that, they're looking for a mate. They're looking for somebody to spend, build a relationship with, or somebody to date, or whatever their motivation is. But it doesn't have it doesn't have the cachet as it used to have when it comes to dating, so dating is not even something. And again, the more it declines, the more it becomes debunked. Dating does not lead into, according to statistics and facts and data, dating is not a method that normally leads to a healthy, long-lasting relationship, because we have so many nuances in dating. People don't know the rules. People don't know how to keep their emotions intact. People think we dating that we go together for real. It's like you go crazy. You go stir crazy when you're dating somebody that you like. You keeping tabs on when they text you, when they contact you. You keeping tabs on how many times they said I appreciate you, or how many times they say good morning, babe. It's childish. It's adolescent. It's insubordinate. It's churlish. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got grown folks keeping tabs on other grown folks about how many times they call them. Are you thinking about the dude? Yes. Well, call that nigga. Call that nigga. You thinking about him? Oh, when to call him? But I don't want to call him first because I don't want to seem too. Well, then shut up. Shut your mouth. If you just want him to do all the calling. Well, maybe he's busy right now.
But it ain't rocket. Damn.
Dude, if he's busy right now or something, who knows? Maybe he don't feel like talking. Maybe he had a long day. He just don't feel like hearing his own voice. So he just chilling, or he gaming, or whatever he's doing whatever he does to give himself the pleasure of himself when he's on it by himself. Like whatever. But if you thinking about him, call him.
Yeah.
That's what Jill Scott did. I was just thinking about you.
That's how the song started. Right?
You see what I'm saying?
That's how the song started.
Oh, you just run across my mind. You just run across my mind. She was thinking about him, so she called him.
Yeah.
Explain everything she was thinking too.
Everything. I had one guy that had the same cologne on, but it stunk on him. She said everything she needed to say. It's like
in the room, around the room, out of the room.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
but
Tay, what was oh my bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was about to ask you what was the woman's name that spoke on the video? You mentioned Brittany Noel.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to know what she experienced that made her reach that point, because she just spoke so intently on it, like I spoke on. So and things like this, you have to have experiences to be able to be that in depth with how she spoke. You know what I'm saying? So I think she's dope too.
She tapped into. I know because I follow her a lot, and I know one of the things she talked about is when she went through a phase where she did not, just like similar to the young lady that was talking. She went through a phase where she felt like she was not good enough for anything. Relationships wasn't working and things of that nature. She went through a certain situation, I believe, too, that caused her to kind of like flip the switch on how she was approaching herself. Yeah. And she also goes live like every Wednesday or Thursday or something like that with another person, and they just kick it and talk. And they got a podcast, and she has a panel of ladies that's similar to how she thinks. And so her thing was, again, she got the help she needed. Which
I was just about to say that, bro.
Yeah.
She got the help she needed in the beginning to develop where she's at now.
Right. I don't believe that it's just experience. I don't believe it's just therapy. I think it's culmination effect. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think it's a little bit of all of it. And I think people sometimes want to get to a better place, but they try to do it their way, and they don't do the combination effect. You have to have people that'll tell you right. You have to have faith in another part of you. You have to have, you know what I'm saying? You have to have self-reflection. I think it all has to work in itself in unison for you to continue to be a better person. I don't, you can have all the spirits in the world and no education, and vice versa. You can have all the education in the world with no experience. You know what I'm saying? And then you have nobody to talk to about it. Like you need people to bounce off the wall with badminton. You don't need to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I think all that is combination. I despise the people that got the idea of the fact that, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, I didn't go through it or I know about it so much. That don't mean you exercise it. That don't mean you had somebody challenge you on that exercise. That don't mean none of that. All that is a combination effect. So it's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was just backing up to what you were saying, bro. That like, I understand what she went through, but I know she was taught some things from somebody.
Yeah.
I know that she had to go on herself to understand it. You know what I'm saying? It takes all of that effort to evolve. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. You know what I mean?
Because you only can get so far.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Like sitting here, like especially after what you just said, Jay, like it makes a lot of sense. Experience should be a combination of a lot of things. It shouldn't just be I've had this experience, but like, you know, it should be what was taught in it, what was done in the experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, just don't lay your hat on the fact that you were there for a moment to experience something, but like what came with it. I like that. That's
Yeah, some people that don't like to learn from other people, but they'll like to learn within themselves. It's all a thing. Like you got to get over all that shit. If you want to learn to be authentic, like I was talking about earlier, if you want to learn something for real, you got to come off all that. You got to be taught. You have to self-reflect. You have to, you know what I'm saying? You got to do all that to go from a different plane. People want to do it in their own facet. It's goofy. I'm just saying. That's just
man. Great conversation on MALEROOM Reacts, man. Yeah. Again, man, chat, thank y'all so much, man. We loving the energy. Keep it coming, man. Thank you again to everybody watching the live, man. We hope y'all enjoying the show. We're gonna get into it, man. We got a topic today. We're gonna end on a topic today, fellas. So our topic for today, ladies and gentlemen, which angle are people really using regarding potential when dating? Is it for the person or is it for yourself? And we got a video, man. Y'all check it out.
We do?
There's no video for this.
There's no video for this?
I don't think we have a video for that. No.
Oh, I thought.
No.
I thought we did. No?
Nope.
Man,
Nope.
That's what I asked earlier.
Yeah. 3 topics, 2 videos, 1 show. We already did 2 videos.
We already did. I'm about to say it. So, put the wrong note next to my notes.
Look at the producer.
That's what I asked earlier. Okay.
Hey.
One time
I'm about to put him on blast. Hold on. No. I'm about to put him on blast. Nope. You said this in the meeting. You said it in the meeting. And you said, did he say this in the exact meeting? And he did it on live too?
I literally just texted this man.
We have to put you out there. Right. We done said this already, dog.
Right. I just sent it to the DM earlier. Hold on. Because he must have misread my question. I said
second. I sent 2 videos.
You misread his response.
Question.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I was in there.
Question.
Hold on. Before we get to your question, I said, hey Jay, here are the 2 videos.
2 videos for the night.
Oh, okay. My
just
bad.
in case. Okay. Exactly. All right, there you go. See, you got your prerequisite. You gotta have a prerequisite.
You gotta have evidence. You gotta
have receipts. Trying to tell you something, my brother. That you need to be more thorough in your approach. Thorough. See, it's the white man that wants you to forget what we talk about on the MALEROOM Network. It's the white man.
It was on me. I don't consider like MALEROOM Reacts a video, but we always have videos for that, so I just know it's gonna be a video. So anyway, 1 time out of how many episodes? Okay, all right.
Don't go down the rabbit hole of deceit, my brother.
The rabbit hole of deceit.
Okay.
He went through a vocal spiral just to explain the rabbit hole of deceit.
It was a vortex. It was a vortex that I had used.
My bad.
I love you, dog. It's all good.
Chat, if you forgive me for messing up, if you
the white man called it straight. The white man called it straight.
That's so pro black. It's crazy. That's how people do it too. That's how we do it too. We go on a tangent, don't we?
Chad, if you forgive me for messing up one time,
That's
I don't know
hilarious.
how many episodes y'all let me know. All right, we're gonna keep it moving.
You still the best moderator on YouTube for sure, 100%.
On YouTube, I'm just saying.
Brother, take your L as an L, my brother.
The vocals on the stage being given, I can't even be mad.
A win is a win. But a loss is a loss. You know what I'm saying? A win is a win, but a loss is a loss. You gotta take it how to you. You gotta take it how to you.
You gotta get it how you live. Gotta get it how you live.
All right.
Let's go.
So yeah, the topic. I'll read it one more time. I knew it was gonna be that type of show today.
I gotta clip this.
Hey boy.
I should have called it. I should have called it.
A win is a win, but a loss.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, the topic with no video is which angle are people
He
really
laid
using?
down. He's in there. He laid down. He's in there. He with Jesus. I said he laid down. He's in there. He with Jesus.
Goddamn.
I'm sorry.
You can't slip up once. You can't slip up. Can't slip up around us, boy.
He with him. He laid down. He with Jesus.
He's in hell. He with Jesus.
Oh God! All right. We about to lose our viewers, man. They about to lose. We about to lose our viewers.
Yeah.
There's only 9 of them, so we gotta keep all the 9 we got.
Why you gotta say?
I'm sorry. All right. Okay.
Why you gotta diminish how many people watching? We appreciate. Oh my God! Why you gotta?
We love y'all so much.
We love y'all so much.
We love y'all so much. This is how we are, though. This is
there's 2 people. We don't give a damn.
He said we gotta keep all down though.
Are you done?
All right.
I'm done. Yeah.
Are you done? Are you done?
Are you done?
Okay. All right.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Sorry, Frankie.
Are you done?
Proceed.
We good.
Proceed. Okay.
So
So sorry about that, huh?
All right. What you think, man? Like,
so nobody know what's going on right now. All right.
What you think?
Can I read it? Again?
Yeah. And then tell us what you think too.
It's all good. We love it.
All right.
All right. Again, the topic with no video. Which angle are people really using regarding potential when dating? Is it for the person? Is it for yourself?
Mm-hmm. That's a good question, though. I gotta admit that's a good question.
What do you think, Rollo?
I really had to kind of think about this because when Jay brought it, I think Jay brought this one to the meeting. So it's
No, you don't. You don't have to sit there and think about that. Because if you said a woman has potential, what do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's where you start. If you said a woman has potential, are you talking about the potential of her being a good person or the potential of her being a good person for you? That's a difference.
Absolutely. I think you definitely mean that person having potential for you. You know, if we're talking about
people just mean according to what they feel?
Yeah, we're talking about dating. Whenever like you might be in a random conversation with your boys and y'all get to talking about women, or women start talking about men, and you start thinking, so what you think of so and so? What you think the energy is like? Do you what was your perception of them when you met them? Whatever the case, when people say, he or she has potential, it's a potential for you to show that interest. It's potential for there to be some type of connection. So I definitely think it's for person.
It's for the person to be. Say what you think. Or you want me to?
I don't mind.
Go ahead. Huh?
Real short. Okay.
Yeah.
Kablowski.
Damn.
Oh, damn.
All right.
You normally let us know. No, you don't.
Not.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes.
Yeah.
A potential relationship means a connection between two people that has the possibility of developing into a more serious romantic or intimate partnership. It's a stage where people are exploring their compatibility and considering the possibility of building something deeper. In the book of John, chapter number 5, listen. It's exactly what it means. I think the angle that people are really, I think the angle that people are really using.
Yeah.
Deeper.
Wasn't that an old song?
It was.
That's Incognito.
Thank you. I knew it was gonna deeper. I remember that part. That part was awesome.
Yeah.
That was in the back seat of my parents' car when I was young, and all I had to lose was 92.3 when we was leaving home from the grocery store. That's how I know all the hits.
Y'all taking me back now. I think the angle that people are really taking when it comes to potential now is for themselves. It is not for the person. I think people have a misinterpretation of potential. I think the word potential has a negative connotation now in the dating culture because people do not want to date potential. They want to date the person already made, already developed and 100%.
Okay.
So I don't think that the angle that people are using now is for the person to see if the potential is in the person. I think they're taking a selfish approach about themselves seeing them as the already made. I think I think potential is a
wait, you said the person saying somebody else has potential sees themselves as already made. Say my bad.
I think potential is an oversight. It's where they're not even looking at potential at all. They're looking at the person ready made, which is what I'm saying is the angle that they're taking is about themselves.
Okay.
What can I potentially get from the person that's already made? Not that
potential that they really mean.
That person have potential for anything. I don't want to. I don't even think potential is an approach that people are taking in the dating culture at all. For the most part, I think
it'd be more relationships that they did.
Yeah. I think for the most part, a lot of people are approaching the dating culture with you got to be already developed. You got to already have that money. You got to already be financially secure. You got to already you got to own 3-4 houses. You got to have. You got to own. You got to be. You got to be. Right. You got to be everything that would make the person overlook me. Because if that person has all of that, they're not even looking at you.
That's real.
They're not even looking at you. So you're actually counterintuitive with what you're doing. Because I think potential from a person who's looking at potential in the dating culture, I think people are not even looking at potential no more. They're looking at what do he do, girl? What do he got? You know what I'm saying? And all that kind of stuff. It's like because you've seen this plenty of times where we kind of operate differently in potential. Men will go into something with more potential, looking at it as potential because they're looking for something specifically.
Yeah, right. I think men do it more than women. Yes.
They're willing. Yeah. Men, we're more willing to invest in whatever potential we see, whether our motivation.
Chick from Wendy's.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So we don't even look at women's financial status when it comes to potential. But when you flip it, and if you talk to a lot of women, and this is coming from women's mouths, this is not coming from me. This is not my opinion. This is based on a fact. This is based on facts of what women say. Women will not date a guy from Burger King. Women will not date a guy from a CVS pharmacy. Women will not date a guy that's at FedEx. She will not date a UPS driver. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. She will not date, a guy that's a teacher. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Like a lot of I'm talking about the majority of the dating culture is more so of like, I need gratification immediately in order for me to know that this is going to have anything. So they're not even looking at potential from a standpoint of potential, like the definition just stated. They're looking like, what potentially can I receive out of this ready-made person already? You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like how the dating culture is at this point. They're not looking for like the potential. Potential in dating. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna say this.
You going? Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Nope.
Potential in the dating culture requires patience.
It does. It does. Yes.
Potential.
It does.
What's that word say?
Potential in the dating culture requires patience.
Does that word still exist?
Yes.
It exists. It's not readily used, but it exists.
Damn.
I'll just make it sure.
It exists. It's just not often used, but it exists. And so potential. So if you see a potential in a relationship, you got to exercise some patience because you're exploring, like the definition said, you're developing. This is in progress. You're in the progress of something. You're exploring, developing, and that requires patience. You don't grow overnight. If anything grows too fast, it's not developed properly. If anything grows too slow, it is not developed properly. It has to grow in the pace in which nature causes it to grow. And if you do not have an organic approach to dating, then you're not going to be satisfied in the dating culture, because the dating culture is heavily casual. And if you happen to find someone in this culture of casual that is just as intentional as you are, then you're going to need to exercise some patience. And I think with the potential angle, the patience in the dating culture is almost zero. Everything has to be right now.
How did we get here though? How did we get here?
Selfishness.
That's one thing. But let me tell you something real quick. There's a lot of divorced people that's hopping in this dating culture, fresh out the grease from their divorces, hopping into dating culture, thinking that just because they were once wives and husbands, that they should get some type of result, an instant result of something.
The same results as they had before.
Yeah.
I had literally somebody tell me that they expect the same results.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Of the hierarchy or the pinnacleism that she had.
Yeah.
Even though it didn't work. The same result, bro.
I'm telling you,
crazy work.
And I'm just speaking specifically from those group of people in the dating culture, because the dating culture is the only culture I know that's just like America. Anybody can move on in here.
That's real.
Anybody can come on in. Anybody can come on in, but they don't know the rules. They don't know the rules. They don't understand that there are levels to this. And if you think you were once married for 10, 15 years, and then all of a sudden you come out the frying pan, you still got the same body you had, you still got the same physique you got, and all that kind of stuff, and you coming out here in the dating culture, and you think because you got this experience that people gonna just bow down to it. No, they not. They don't care about it for the most part.
The previous topic was about personal development.
Yeah. And you haven't even and you thinking like, oh yeah, you coming
personal development. Shut up.
Exactly. And you coming into the culture like you go 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, it's bad. Like, so, and I'm telling you what I know.
Yeah.
Again, I know a lot of people who are married and divorced. I know a lot of people. This is not like a handful of people. I know a lot of people that are just, they're coming out the gate. They're coming off these divorces, man. They come into the dating culture expecting something. Then you got some people that's been in dating culture so long, they don't know how to get out of it. They don't even know how to develop a relationship in this culture. They don't even know what their deal makers are. They don't even know what it would take for them to sign on the dotted line of a deal and be like, yo, this is a good deal.
This is gonna sound this is gonna sound like a little cliche, but I'm gonna ask y'all: do y'all still believe in being friends before you develop that relationship?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is that still? I'm just asking. Is that still a thing?
Do you know why that's a thing still? I'm gonna explain my rendition of why friends before
Talk to him, Jay.
it's still a thing. Because relationships ain't guaranteed.
Oh my God, hold on.
A friend, friend of mine and yours.
Hey,
out of all the long in the world. Oh, Jay on the mute. Jay on mute.
I'm sorry. Sorry. Tate's right here. Tate's right here. He just talked about how the fact that people oversee potential because they want exactly what they want. They want it like on demand, like a microwave, right? They want it right then and there. You know what I'm saying? I want to heat it up, ding, and I'm good to go. Like it's just is what it is. That's how they want to do relationship. You know what I'm saying? Your phone is like that. Your microwave is like that. You want your relationship like that. Think about it. But I'm just saying, like that's just what it is. So the relationships are not guaranteed because it involves a total human being that has flaws, that has issues, that has involved, that's going through evolution. You'll never stop going through evolution. So you got all that going on, right? And so how are you going to guarantee a result for something that's a variable? How do you concrete a result from something that keeps changing? So this is why I'm saying, like, you know, when you get, you know, we had these talks, you know what I'm saying, with our boys, our girls, and, you know, we'd be like, I think that guy's a good person. I think that chick is a good chick. And the dude would be like, yeah, you know, she got potential to be one, but, you know. So where is that coming from?
Yeah.
That's coming from the fact that what you're not saying is she has a potential to be a good mate. You're lying. That's not what you're saying. You're saying that they have potential to be your good mate, but you're not choosing them because they're not complete.
Right.
They're not exactly what Tay was talking about. They're not complete. If I don't see a total insert cash output benefit, if I don't see that like an ATM, insert my card and get cash right out, if I don't see you as a relationship like that, I'm not dating you. And you really got to look in the mirror and think you one of them people. You can't do. We got so the society that we live in got so butthurt. Let me just be real. The society we got so butthurt, right? That we can't lose.
Oh, really?
You've been losing your whole damn life, but you can't lose in a relationship.
Come on, man.
You can't get your hair right. You can't get your job right. You can't make the income you got. You can't keep the man you want. But yet this dude or this chick need to come through and be perfect.
Come on.
Now, are you serious? This is why the 60, 70, 80% of people that we come across with that has potential, universal potential, we overlook them because they don't they instantly don't benefit us.
Let him cook now.
Instant gratification.
We can't grow with nothing. We can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like the same woman that talks about that she wants immediate gratification from a man got plants in her house. That don't make sense to me. Because with the plants, you got to keep soil, water, sun. You cultivating a plant, but you can't do nothing with another person in your life. That doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? You want dude to be completely right, but you want to cultivate a plant. Like, it don't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the potential thing is totally off riff, like what Tay was talking. It's totally off the wrench. Like we would have more relationships that's working if we understood that the person that we left that was 78% of what you liked, and we left them alone because of the other, the other 22 that didn't work for us. You will have way more better succession in relationships than your preference list.
Ooh.
Your preference list have you over everything.
Let him cook now.
And people don't want to see that. Your preference list ain't got you success at all. But yet you pass by potential people every day. You don't talk to people and
bro. Yeah.
Get out of here, man. That's what I'm saying. Potential. If we talking potential.
Yeah.
What you say? I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
No, my bad, bro. You was cooking, Jay. My bad.
No, I'm just saying. Like, if we want to talk potential, you want to talk facts. We want to do cornbread terms. Why you passing up my mans that make $60,000 a year?
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? He don't have no true issues. He ain't no convict. He just trying to do a best in life. Maybe he got a kid. You got two. What you doing? Like, I'm just saying. Like, what's the measurement that we scoping this on of? Like, I mean, because if you put your preferences to everything you got going on, ain't nobody hollering at you at all these. So what are we doing? Like, everybody walking past you in Kroger, Myers. So what are we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm just being honest, though. I had to sit there and think about this because as you get older, the one thing I do know, people want to, if you salary cap it on your maturity, let you be you. All praises to you. But if you try to be more mature and involved in your life, then if you salary cap it, all praises to you. If you can't look past materialistic things and a dude driving a Hemi Charger, then all praises to you. Be well and be merry. Now, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. No. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about a person that want to be something solidified in life. Can you evolve? As you get older, the things that you've been dealing with in life don't make sense anymore. We talk about going to the club and eating fast food and fried foods every day. It don't make sense anymore. Your body will tell you that. Like, we just don't do, we evolve, we change, we get better, we start eating better, we start thinking better, we start living better. At least what's supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? And so when we do that, we need to think more about our own personal relationships with people. Our own personal relationships with people need to change as well. Your preferences might need some altering. Maybe your preferences ain't what they supposed to be. Maybe you need some guy just to be mature enough to have a conversation with you. Have you ever thought about that? Instead of the dude having $100,000 a year, maybe somebody that talks about their feelings. Maybe somebody that actually can dress the way you want them to dress. Maybe somebody that actually fits your persona, that he actually has a sense of humor that you laugh at. Let's talk about that instead of talking about how much he got in his bank, how much he trying to solidify you. I'm talking about men too. How much pretty they are. What if she? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm definitely a victim of going after the fine chicks. I you know what I'm saying? Fine chicks are a problem. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like. That's the issue. It's a song like that. I'm not gonna say what it is, but you know, you know what I'm saying? These fine chicks are a problem. But as you get older, you like, I don't need the flash. I just need somebody that fits. I need somebody to just fit. Somebody just get into it and be like, you know what? I understand where you're coming from, and I understand the way you think. Let me elaborate on that. Let me expose on that. Let me go ahead and walk this partnership with you with that. You know what I'm saying? And that sounds all good and airy. Like, that sounds all Disney. It really does. You know what I'm saying? And I can tell people, I can be a motivational speaker and tell people to look for that. But that involves you. That involves the last subject. That involves you to look for that. If you're looking for potential, that involves you. Like, you have to be willing enough to be like, you know what? I don't need all that. You know what? I just need somebody just to be who I need them to be. And once you open that, has a ripple effect in your pond like that, people will notice. You wouldn't have to play defense like, I don't need nobody like this. I'm single and doing me. I'm independent. I don't need people like you. Don't need to play defense no more. You would find people that fit, and you start kicking it with people that fit. And when they fit, I swear it's the best thing in the world when they fit. You know what I'm saying? They fit you. They just fit you. You don't have to work for it. That's when somebody fits. A lot of people are in relationships that they have to work for to get back to normalcy. That's not fitting. You know what I'm saying? You're working back to zero? You negative with the chick and you working back to zero? No. When it works, it works. You like, you know what? I don't have to do anything. She like, I understand where you're coming from. I get what you're saying. I can finish your sentence because I studied you long enough. Then I get you. I like you enough to study you to understand what you're gonna say. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's dope to me. You know what I'm saying? And that does still exist. But yet we're so convoluted in our thoughts that we need our gluttony. We need our sins. They're talking about the 7 deadly ones, the gluttony and the greed. And we need all that. We need all that first, and then we expose our intangibles later. That's how a lot of people do their relationships. And we don't need to, and it's totally the opposite. You know what I'm saying? What you put forth, you know what I'm saying? Like, it told me a long time ago that, more power is more responsibility. We come in an adult, we have more money, we do with our thing. It's more responsibility in that. No more that you can act like a child. You need to be a person. You need to be an adult. You know what I'm saying? So if you want an adult relationship, you need to have adult thoughts about the adult relationship. Potential is one of those things. If the person has potential to be with you, try them out. Maybe they don't, maybe they do, but at least you give the 70 what they should expect, the 70, 80 what they should expect, rather than the fact of, you know what I'm saying, like trying to find somebody that's 100. And low key, I don't want to step on shoes in the pews, but I am. You ain't 100 either. I ain't on that.
Grand opening, grand close, man. Shout out to the topic for the day. Shout out to the brother JB. That was dope. Great. Hey, seriously, man. Great insight, bro. Great insight. Great depth, man. We appreciate you for that, my brother, man. Shout out to the chat today, man. Shout out to the live, man. Just shout out to all the male characters who's really tapping in right now, man. Can we give it up to you?
Yes.
Y'all gave us a lot of energy. Y'all gave us a whole lot of energy today, man. Y'all gave us a whole lot of energy. Like we said prior to the show starting, we are coming to a close of season 4, and just thank y'all so much for rocking with us. We will not be here next week. We want you all to enjoy your Father's Day, celebrate with that man that has been there for you, and just enjoy that time. And we will holler at y'all on the 22nd for the season finale of the MALEROOM Show season 4. Just thank y'all for tapping into the live. Thank you to the chat for going up today. Y'all gave us so much energy y'all don't even know. As always, make sure y'all tap in with us on all of our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram. Everything is at the MALEROOM Network. And of course, like, comment, and subscribe to the MALEROOM Network on YouTube. If you want to holler at your boys, man, if you got a segment, if you got a topic, if you got anything you want us to talk about right here on the show, make sure you hit us up at the MALEROOM313@yahoo.com. Or you can also just check in on us, see if we cool, see how we doing. We'd love to hear from y'all just on that type of energy as well, man, because without y'all, there's no us. I say it all the time because it's real. Without y'all, there's no us. So just make sure y'all tap in with us, and we will see y'all on June 22nd for the season finale of season 4, man. Fellas, what you got for the people?
Hey, go ahead, bro.
Oh, man, as always, man, thank you for the love and support. That's why I put it right here on the headline, man. Thank you so much for the love and support.
Yeah.
We definitely appreciate everyone coming through. To my Tay-Biz TV crew that came through, I appreciate y'all as well. You know what I'm saying? We all one family around here for sure, 100%.
Yeah.
And so I definitely want to bring that to our attention as well. But we do want to talk about, real quick before I give it to Jay, what Chill just put in the chat. We are on Spotify and iHeartRadio.
We are on Spotify. We on Spotify.
Okay. Rock with us on iHeartRadio and Spotify. Listen, we're gonna have some stuff come up on there as well. We just dropped a new episode not too long ago about why do married men stay in unhappy marriages. We got some more topics we're going to do as well for this for our podcast. And I'm telling you, just be ready for the off season. You don't even know what's about to happen.
Crazy. You think we gone? We ain't really
going like that. We ain't really going.
They don't know, bro. They don't know, Lo. They don't know.
We ain't really gone. We gone, but we ain't really gone.
We ain't gone.
Like, for real though, you don't even understand.
This show is ending for the season, but we ain't
not the MALEROOM Network. You don't even know. For real. Anyway, I do love everyone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I just want to say that as well, and thank you, fellas, on this panel as well, for just rocking out this whole season, man. Proud of us, man. Go ahead, Jay.
Hey, man, look, I just want to be honest with y'all, man. I don't do this for likes.
Facts.
I'm just gonna be real with y'all. I don't do this for likes. I don't do this for the views. I mean, I know we have a certain type of threshold that we need to get as a company and as a platform that we need to get. You know what I'm saying? Tay, as our producer, to tell us what it is. But I personally don't do this for views. I do this for the sole fact that I know that stuff can work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that the camaraderie between men and women, when it's authentic and pure, is the best thing in the world.
Best thing in the world,
and
man.
I wish that on everybody. I don't like the climate of dating that we in and the relationships that it in, and maybe we have our own issues as to why we're adding to that pool the way it is. But I ain't doing this for views. I'm doing this for y'all. I'm doing this for once me being that scenario of being that guy that didn't understand it, but now I do. Freely have I been given it. Freely I have to give it. And that's just why I do that. I hope y'all in consent of we. Maybe y'all not, maybe y'all not. But that's just me. I do this for the fact of, I like the fact that people be like, oh, I didn't understand that. Let me implement that in my relationship and go on to be in better endeavors. That's dope, man. As a community, that's what we need. So that's what I do it for. I don't get, you know what I'm saying? Like, we try to get it as a paid platform, but we don't get paid right now. And I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it for the sole reason that I like everybody to like each other and be authentic with it, man. That's just what it is. So if I come off harsh, I apologize. And I don't want to be like that. But some things was taught to me straight to my face. And I hope you take it as the same recognition. Big ups to me. I hope y'all see y'all next chapter, man.
Very well said, my brother. Very
Good
well
chill,
said.
man.
Very well said.
We
love y'all, man. Thank y'all again so much for tapping to season 4, episode 14. Enjoy your Father's Day next week. Celebrate those important men in your lives. We will holler at y'all on June 22nd for the season finale of season 4. We love and appreciate y'all so much, man. MALEROOM Network, we out.
We appreciate you. We love you.